My mother was the most beautiful woman I ever saw. All I am I owe to my mother. I attribute all my success in life to the moral, intellectual and physical education I received from her. My first wish is to see this plague of mankind, war, banished from the earth. True friendship is a plant of slow growth, and must undergo and withstand the shocks of adversity, before it is entitled to the appellation. Let us with caution indulge the supposition that morality can be maintained without religion. Reason and experience both forbid us to expect that national morality can prevail in exclusion of religious principle. Labor to keep alive in your breast that little spark of celestial fire, called conscience. I have always considered marriage as the most interesting event of one's life, the foundation of happiness or misery. If we desire to avoid insult, we must be able to repel it. If we desire to secure peace, one of the most powerful instruments of our rising prosperity, it must be known that we are at all times ready for war. The foolish and wicked practice of profane cursing and swearing is a vice so mean and low that every person of sense and character detests and despises it. The alternate domination of one faction over another, sharpened by the spirit of revenge natural to party dissension, which in different ages and countries has perpetrated the most horrid enormities, is itself a frightful despotism. But this leads at length to a more formal and permanent despotism. Lenience will operate with greater force, in some instances, than rigor. It is therefore my first wish to have all of my conduct distinguished by it. We should not look back unless it is to derive useful lessons from past errors, and for the purpose of profiting by dearly bought experience. The basis of our political system is the right of the people to make and to alter their constitutions of government. If the freedom of speech is taken away, then dumb and silent we may be led, like sheep to the slaughter. The Constitution is the guide which I never will abandon. There is nothing which can better deserve your patronage than the promotion of science and literature. Knowledge is in every country the surest basis of public happiness. Laws made by common consent must not be trampled on by individuals. I hope I shall possess firmness and virtue enough to maintain what I consider the most enviable of all titles, the character of an honest man. Some day, following the example of the United States of America, there will be a United States of Europe. It will be found an unjust and unwise jealousy to deprive a man of his natural liberty upon the supposition he may abuse it. Nothing can be more hurtful to the service than the neglect of discipline, for that discipline, more than numbers, gives one army the superiority over another. Arbitrary power is most easily established on the ruins of liberty abused to licentiousness. War, an act of violence whose object is to constrain the enemy, to accomplish our will. A slender acquaintance with the world must convince every man that actions, not words, are the true criterion of the attachment of friends. There can be no greater error than to expect, or calculate, upon real favors from nation to nation. It is an illusion which experience must cure, which a just pride ought to discard.